I would have rather been blown out. I don't know what to do right now. I got to be honest with you. I kind of in a just my brain's a little rattled. Everyone's firing off their opinions in the comments as you should be. Call in, obviously, links in the description. It's probably going to be a wild one. The Ducks just pulled it off there. Congrats to them. Shikai Ginyard, $2. Billy with a predictable play calling in overtime. I mean, flat on his foot, man. Flat on his foot. I loved what Tennessee did. Get it out, get a couple yards. I the it hurts me like genuinely to my core. That defense legitimately turned itself around in 2 weeks. I put too much into this shit. Let's just call it what it is. I got people yelling at me on Twitter. And one guy kind of just like screaming at me because I called Montrell Johnson trash, which I did 2 weeks ago in the Mississippi State game. I was not pleased with his performance. My man earned my love today. What kills me even more is like, look, we've been calling for DJ Lagway. I've been liking this slow transition from Mertz to Lagway. To see Mertz go down like that is just brutal. Brutal. You never want to see that happen. Let's get in here before I cry. Hit me, big guy.
I'm out of patience. I don't know. I'm done.
He
I
burned.
don't.
Look, he burned. He burned. Look, I mean, the bridge was already burned. I mean, like, look, the thing is, on Wednesday, I had this conversation. I go, hey, if Billy rattles off, right? And it kind
Mm-hmm.
of got misinterpreted because it was simply just like a what if scenario. Not that I was back on the train for Billy, but watching around the league, I'm like, look, I mean, everybody looks beatable. Like this shit we should have won tonight. All right.
By a
Kentucky's losing
lot.
to Vandy. We we
By a
we we
lot.
beat them. Georgia hasn't looked really dominant at all. At all. That game all of a sudden. I mean, the way that we looked in the first half, if we win this game, I'm feeling extremely confident over the next 2 weeks. That's what I'm getting at. And at one point when these games felt insurmountable, we're no longer that. Um, but I mean, he single-handedly lost
Blew it.
himself. Yeah, single-handedly
Yeah.
buried himself. I think look, I have no clue what's gonna happen. I legitimately think the fact that Lagway is now guaranteed to be your starter.
How hurt is he? How hurt's Mertz?
Oh, I think he's done. I think
You
it's
think
him,
so?
and
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. There's no
Because when I
question.
watch, forget this in my mind, it's like, hey, throw out the second half. Who cares? This game should have looked exactly like last year's game. It should have been 24-0 at halftime. And then the second half, who cares? We should have had ended the first half with more points than they ended the game with after overtime. You lost, what was it? The 4th and inches. We have a 240-pound quarterback. Let's give it to the guy that hasn't touched it in 4 weeks. You're leaving 3-7 on the board there. You got the ball at the 11-yard line and you blew it. You had a 10-second runoff, no points. You had the ball at the 1-yard line. You fumbled, no points. Right there, that's 17. So it should have been 20-0 minimum, not including any of the other stuff. They ended regulation with 17. And we scored another, what was it, 14 points in the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
We should have had double the points they had. It's ridiculous. And the only side of the ball that doesn't show up is the one that the guy calling the plays is making $7.34 million a year on. It's fucking ridiculous. If he shows up to the post game press conference, we are not serious about winning.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know if we'll be able to see it. Look, I hate this too because it's a pissing contest in the comments of like whose fault it was. Look, Lagway threw an
Billy's
interception. Lagway is a
Billy's
true freshman. He made mistakes. Those things are expected the same way that Nico made mistakes. Like I'm not
100%.
Trace Mack. Should he have missed that field goal? No, he shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't matter. Tennessee went down and scored. So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it kind of hurts. The field goal he did made that technically would have won the game. Too many men on the football field. That's not on
Yep.
him. That's on coaching.
So much
That's
for the
on
mat.
yeah. That's on clock management. All that at the end of the game. There. I mean, there's just so many moments you can point to that started to add up. Look at halftime. You saw me. I was in shambles, and everyone's like, "We're winning." I'm like, "This is how I felt the
Oh,
game
I
going
knew it
into."
was over. I'm like, you can't against a
Okay,
team that good. You cannot leave what I say 24 points on the board and expect to win a football game. That's not how it works. And with Lagway, you cannot convince me that he Billy put Lagway in the best position to win a football game. There's no way. Like some of the even forget overtime. There's some plays where it's hey, we're running it to Jacoby Jackson. Cool. So how about let's motion our list right in the box and let's put all our guys right in the box. They knew it's coming. They're not dumb. The 4th and 1 with Baugh, you ran it with him. You got stopped. You got stopped because they knew it was coming. Next thing you know, you got a punt. Or a 3rd and 1, sorry. Now you got a punt. Because it's so obvious that if we can tell from home what you're going to do, I promise they know what you're going to do. It doesn't matter if the defense plays like the Muschamp defense if you are incompetent at coaching a football team. It doesn't work that way.
For sure. Well, Matthew, I always appreciate you calling in, man, and giving your thoughts as always, Bubba. Appreciate you
Yep.
being a number
Thanks.
one big guy. Good seeing you, buddy. Go Gators.
Well, at least this makes the Napier firing a little easier, if we're going to be honest.
I think it was always, I think it was always easy. I think it maybe, I mean, I think a lot of us, some of us appreciate, Billy as a person, but have been moved on from him from a while. But
yeah,
it sucks because it's like, look, like the thing for me, people are like, oh, we want Florida to lose. Like I thought about it today. I'm like, look, like this game's gonna go down in like a history of the Tennessee record books and Florida versus Tennessee. Like nobody's gonna remember like, oh, that was the game we got fired Billy, so it was worth it. Like I look, I want to figure something out, but I don't like losing either. Like I'm a fan before I'm a, you know what I mean? I guess that's how I look. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's a contradiction I guess we've been in since after that Miami game is that we really want Billy gone, but we hate seeing Gators lose, and you can't have one without the other. Or like you can't have both. Like there's not going to be a scenario where we win all of our games and Billy Napier still gets fired. I think you can definitely say that game should have been won in the first half, just like last year. Like we missed probably should have been 14 points on the board. It should have been 17-3 at halftime. But
I feel horrible for that defense, dude. I mean, they literally did everything right.
And yeah, you can't put any of the blame on the defense because, I mean, the biggest thing in my opinion was that Napier did not put Lagway in a position to win. He was running it 1st and 2nd down, and then he was giving Lagway 3rd and long. You're giving a true freshman quarterback, 5-star or not, he's a true freshman playing against – Tennessee is supposed to be a top 5 scoring defense. You're going to put him in 3rd and long against a team like that who's – their front seven was turning up in the second half, like –
It was fun to see the talent on the football field, like, finally play some good football, I think, across the board. It was just like I really felt like we were in the wrong place at the wrong time. Guys, if you guys are trying to call in, we're jam full. Don't quit. It's just I can't only have so many people waiting, so I'm not letting you in. It's just that's how busy we are. $2 from Nick Nephew says, was Billy trying to win this game? Couldn't tell. At times it felt like we were, calls of the century, and then it was like, never mind. Screw that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think this was going to be the make or break game. Just if you think with the boosters, the boosters, how much Florida fans in general place emphasis on the Tennessee game, So I think this game is in the long run.
Look, I mean, at the beginning of the year, look, you can have losses, you can do those things, but it's how you lose. We this was ugly.
Well, we should have won this game. There's no one that can tell me that we should not have won this game. I don't care.
We won every statistical category except rushing yards. We had more total yards, more passing yards. We had almost 10 minutes more of time of possessions. 4th down efficiency, we were trash. 3rd down efficiency, we were better than them. We had more first downs than them. Like,
yeah, well, you can
less
give them
penalty yards than them.
You can give them rushing yards, but guess what? In the 3rd quarter, we had 2 scholarship running backs playing tonight that were suited up. Fucking Jacoby and Jaden Ball. So, I really don't think you can put any of the blame on the coaches. I think the offensive play calling was what we've seen. Where was the play calling in the 3rd and 4th quarter that we had in the 1st quarter? The first quarter play calling was great.
I'm going back to the UCF. What's up with that?
Dude,
I appreciate big guy. We're jam packed. We got 700 strong, but I appreciate you, man.
Of course. I'll see you next week.
I'll see you, buddy. Yeah, we'll back at it again, big guy. We'll back at it again. Uncle Lou, we're cool, right? We got a little dicey on Twitter. I know you're all fun games. I love it. I appreciate it. That's why I love Uncle Lou. He's an OG. It was a great game. I mean, if you're not a fan and you're just watching football, like, I mean, what a day. I mean, Oregon, Ohio State going down to the last second. Oregon wins by 1. I mean, phenomenal football games. Let me get EFQYD. What's up, man?
What's going on? What's going on?
You tell me,
Yeah.
baby.
Sheesh, man. What a game, man. That was one tough game for the kids, man. Shout out to them boys, man, for going all in.
For real.
And I don't know where to begin where
Links in
things
the description.
went bad,
Good.
man. Man, you really can't blame the kids, man, for this one, man. It was just a lot of things that went wrong today, man. Like bad play calling, fourth down, and you do a sweep, man. You got a 240-pound kid. Then you first you do it before with Mertz on fourth or on third or fourth down, and then you have the same opportunity, and this kid is bigger. This guy's way. I don't know what he was thinking, man. Shit, man. That just blew my mind right there, man. And it was just a lot of unnecessary penalties, things that were shooting us in the foot.
We only had 6 penalties. It was honestly just timing of the penalties.
Yeah,
we didn't have
exactly.
Many. Exactly.
Timing. Man, just bad timing. And I couldn't believe what I was just seeing out there, man. I really couldn't, man. And no fault to
like honestly, I would rather have just got blown out. Like this is
I
the
wouldn't
worst.
I want this team to have something to look forward to going forward, man. Because the defense showed out. They came out and played.
Sure, I respect that.
Right?
There. I guess that is the I would say the pro is that like the guys played good.
For sure,
and it's like
man.
you just get the right guy to kind of put these guys into point. It's like, man, there's talent there, which we've known about. We've said that, and that was where my frustration's been.
And we lost some key players today as well, man. When Gumps went down, man, I'm like, man, here goes the pass rush.
No, he came back. He came back.
Did he come back?
I think.
He came back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was.
I didn't see him in the backfield anymore, man. I feel like once he got hurt, man, I didn't see that much pressure in the backfield after him when they started, going all fast paced and shit in the second quarter or in the second half. I really didn't see that much pressures, man. But they played an awesome game on defense, man. It's just the offense. We gotta score the ball. Man.
We should have had 30. It should
well,
have
at
30,
least, yeah, exactly.
30,
like the first guy said, man, when he called you, man, we should have been up like at least 21-0, 21-3, something like that, man. But hey, at least we know that right now that Montreal was the better back, of course. Now we know.
Well, look, I wasn't arguing for Ball. I was arguing for Trayon.
Hey, no.
But
Montreal,
to you,
man. Nothing to you, man.
People were coming at me because I was giving Montreal flack, which I stand on business.
Me too.
I'm not like
that
Mississippi State game. Yeah, he didn't look good. Like Trayon Webb looked like the better running back, and I'm like, look, that guy looks better. But Montreal was him tonight. Like it was so fun to watch him play. That was the Montreal that I've come to know and love. And unfortunately, I think he might be done too. But Trayon wasn't there, so we went to our two third string running backs who still, weren't horrible. But not nearly the same.
Yeah, they're not breaking out like Montreal was doing, man. Like Montreal had a game, and we found out that Mertz is really we could count on offense, even though he's the time manager, But that's what we needed from number 5 from Indianapolis coach. I can't even remember his name right now because I'm just so pissed off. But yeah, we needed a game manager, and right now we could have used them. We could have used them in the second half at least to get us I think he would have got us at least 2 touchdowns in the second half. But like way, he's just a freshman. And the way he was playing out there, man, things were coming out at him too fast. He got rattled, and that's where you were a freshman.
One last thing, I'll let you go. But
I'll blitz him all day, and that's what they did. They blitzed the man all day. He couldn't think. He couldn't see anything downfield. He couldn't see anything in front of him. And what do you call? What kind of plays you call for him?
Brandon Olsen made a point. It almost seemed like they got a signal, like almost like there was a tell for DJ because they started getting off the line very quickly. And I don't know what it was, but they were getting off it hot. So maybe something they can go back and look because they started kind of getting the timing perfectly at the end there. But EFQYD, can you put like a name that I can say?
Man, it's FA Kid, man. You can call me F Kid. My favorite DJ called me
F
F
Kid.
Kid.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. I can do that. F Kid, I appreciate you, man, calling in as always,
All
but
right,
man,
I
good to
appreciate
see
y'all.
you.
Hey, go Gators, man. And
Go
tough
Gators,
loss
baby.
for sure.
Bro. Man, I can't do this anymore.
That hurts, man. It's just like the worst kind.
Bro, not in that, like, this team's just playing my heart. Bro,
You
the
know, it's
whole
so
game. You get so pumped, you're like, oh, wow, we're making strides. And then, boom, fuck, there we go, down the drain. Oh, my gosh.
Going back to, like, obviously me and Billy, we've been in a marriage. She cheated on me.
Ugh.
Last week, he gave me a back massage. I walked in just blowing the chick's back out. You know what I mean? Like, I walked in on it this time. He just didn't tell me. I walked in, there was 2 of them. That's what happened tonight. Like, just ripped my heart out, you know? It's like we were working it out. We were talking. We were kind of like, "Okay, we're not sleeping in the same room, but we're cordial. We're talking. We walk by each other." And now it's like, okay, done.
Dude, I don't understand, though, every week. I'm huge on using the tight end. Our tight end is good. Why do we keep getting away from the tight end? We have a rookie quarterback in. Not even that. We have so much speed on offense. Why can't we just put these guys in smaller routes where, like in and outs, where we could get the ball out of DJ's hand? Like, our line's not good. He's gonna struggle if you make him stand in the pocket. Like, I just don't understand the game plan when he goes in.
Yeah, to be talked, Brandon, I don't. I'm in shambles, but I don't. I don't. I'm not in a place of. It hurts. The wife was sitting here, and she's like, "That was fun," and it was fun. It was finally fun, and I think I would have appreciated it more if we just didn't shoot ourselves in the foot. Like, this score, the way the game played out, eliminated just the dumb coaching errors. Like, if we played hard and it's just good old fashioned football, and we're just kind of getting beat. But we just beat ourselves constantly, and so did Tennessee to a point. But the fact that I know that we should have been up another 14 points at minimum, it's hard for me to swallow this.
We're on the same page. I'm totally okay if we get outworked or if we get beat because they just played better than us. Every single game we played, we've just shot ourselves in the foot, or like we just have not looked like we existed, and that's what I can't stand. Like, dude, at least compete. Like, we can't have these losses. Like, and unfortunately, I'm a Dolphins fan too, bro. I have nothing going for it.
I'm a Braves and a Jags fan, so listen, dude. That's just the name of it. Look, what I tell my wife though, because we're having technical difficulties. When the Braves won the World Series, it was like so glad what had happened. And I went through years. I'm talking years, bro. 20 fucking 8 years of turmoil, bro. Like, and when we finally won, I was like, it was worth it. I don't know if I can wait that long, but let me read these super chats real quick. Stone Cold Drip Austin says this man needs to be held accountable. Somebody said, where's he at? Larry says, why are you in shambles? You should be used to this. Larry, you even commented today. You were saying Tennessee Gators by 1 million. You were drinking the Kool-Aid. Bro, this is a toxic relationship, okay? Like, this, when the bell rings and it's time to go, I believe we're the best team in the country. As a fan, that's how I function. Like, I believe we should win every game we walk into. Like, that's how I go into it. So yes, I that's disgusting health. I'm not like, I understand that. It's gonna get manipulated. Like, this guy's an idiot. No, that's just as a fan. I don't know. I believe we got it. That's how.
To be honest, my sister's boyfriend is a Knoxville fan. His sister went to Knoxville, and I bet him $100. And I didn't take a spread or anything. I 100% thought we would go into Knoxville and win. I just had so much confidence in the team after I was at the game last week. I ran into your was it your uncle?
Yeah, my uncle and aunt. Yeah,
your uncle. And dude, I just thought we would get off the bus and play. I feel like we just played better on the road than at home. I don't know what it is, if we're just dialed in better, but yeah, I don't know what else to say, but
To be fair, we have looked better on the road. I mean, Mississippi State and now Tennessee. I mean,
Yeah.
ironically, which we haven't, but I mean, we lost. So I don't know if we can say we look better. But Brandon, I appreciate it, man. Good seeing you. I'm sorry I missed you the other day. My wife or my aunt was even texting you.
So, well, I was actually in the bar and I had no service, and I didn't get the text messages until I got out of the bar. But I'm planning on going to the LSU game. So my buddy's a coach here in Tampa, and he gets like tickets from being a coach. So
I'm gonna be in a coma every Saturday moving forward. So I appreciate it, Big Dog. Thanks for calling in,
Later.
man. Good to see you as always, Bubba. A couple super chats here. We got Rich Residents. We always lose close games. Billy running the play calls. I want serious change. Yeah, I'm tired of losing these games. Those are games we should have dominated. This Colorado game. 7-7. It's a good game. Stone Cold Drip Salston, $2. Man's turned a Ferrari into a Prius. We got a lot of people waiting. I'm gonna try to get to all of you here. Travis.
What's up?
What's up, big fella? How you doing, man?
Hey, I got some good news. I went on the road this week, and I'm going to be able to get my own truck this coming up week. So that's cool.
There's some bright lights to the week, you know.
Yes, sir. And all I could say is it looks like we're going to have the freshman show. You know, now I mean, I hate about Graham. I hate about Graham and Montreal, but hopefully we could get us a line and our freshmen will look better. The play-in was just atrocious tonight as far as play calling. It was all on the coaches tonight. The defense, they did look better. I was telling my mom, when Tennessee scored, she's like, I'm done. Jesus, I'm done. I'm going to bed.
They went up 17-10?
Yeah, when they scored that touchdown, it was over. And I'm like, yeah. But then when DJ threw that to tie it up, I'm like, how come we ain't seen that all game? Why were they even trying to run on Tennessee when DJ has this arm and he could throw it like perfect? Why? How come? I don't understand, Shelton. On every game we play, last year, this year, if they know that they're facing a tough defense, how come do we got to run the dang thing instead of throw the dang thing? You know, it don't make sense to me.
Look, I mean, you and I are in the same boat, Travis. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing for you today. It hurts. It sucks. I think I'm excited. I'm ready to see what's going to happen. It's going to be a crazy, interesting week again. I mean,
what do you think? Mertz is done? Do you think Mertz is done?
Yeah, unfortunately, which I hate to see that.
And what about Montreal?
He looked a little more stable, but given the injury at the beginning of the year, probably so, which also kills me. I'm too drunk to be continued. I'm gonna get emotional here. I put a lot of as we all do. I put a lot of energy and effort into this, and this was like, look, like I can. There's two parts of me, like fanatic wise, like I just full send it, and I think sometimes that gets kind of mixed with the brand of like, okay, when I'm not in full emotional feeling, I can be logistical about it and kind of have a conversation about it. But there's always that fandom of me where you just like blindly just support it. Like that's what being a fan is. Like you blindly support your Gators regardless of what is like yes, like it's shit, it's trash, but come line up, come game day. I'm like, yeah, we got this. Let's go get it done. I'm here for you, big.
It's crazy that Mom is actually going to get to go to her first Gator game against Kentucky. Next week or so?
If they win, she's got to go for the rest of the year.
Well, she's never been to the swamp before. And I told her, I said, you might as well sell your ticket. I'm like, because, like, I mean, I love the way our defense has improved a little bit, but my God. And I told Mom, I said, they're going Saturday. And I'm like, you need to get down there early so you can be at the Gator Walk and shake Billy's hand. And she's like, he's the last person I want to shake hands with. I'm like, Like I said, I ain't gonna be long. I see Corey couldn't make it tonight. Bummer. He's probably crying.
Cody's running
Cody, bumper.
Cody's stepping in for the Derek show. But Travis, I appreciate you as always, man. Shout out to Mama Wilson.
Okay,
I'm excited.
man.
Tell me how her next game goes next week. All right, big dog. Good seeing you as always, man. I love you.
All right, man. We'll talk with you later.
Later, Bubba. Eat a dick. I love Eat a dick. That guy doesn't hold any punches. So, what's your relationship status, Napier, this week? Last week you were considering a date. Where are you now? Over the pants, Andy? Or full on divorce? Yeah, I mean, listen, we were still getting a divorce last week. I just said he run my back, so we were cordial. I didn't say I was considering a date. All right. I said if he won this week, that I would. Shit's in shambles again. We're not talking. Anthony, make it quick, big guy. What's up, Bubba?
What's up, man? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. Rock and roll, baby.
Alrighty. Yeah, I'll make it quick. You know what's worse than being led by Billy Napier? Because I think we all kind of were on the same general consensus, week 1 versus Miami. The only thing worse is playing Florida in your home field and taking it to overtime whenever you're number 8 in the country.
You wanted to go for 2?
Oh, dude, I wanted to go for 2 so bad.
There was some drama in our Discord about that. So look, analytics say go for 2 because going overtime on the road, all these things are not in your favor.
I mean,
And
who cares? Who cares if it's not
90
in your favor at that
No,
point?
no, no, no.
Like,
No, I'm supporting your argument. To go for 2 is the answer because you don't want to go into overtime on the road in a hostile environment. It's not in your favor. So going for 2, analytic wise, is the answer. For me, where I stood was like, look, if you look at how the night has gone, you haven't executed when you needed it, and that's where I was of like, just get it. Look, I mean, it's always what could have been, right? But yeah, I don't know. I
yeah,
mean, obviously, with hindsight, you say, hey, we should have went for 2 because the defense was doing its job. But
yeah,
also,
sure.
I felt like offensively we kind of were clicking there, and then we just I don't know. We win, we don't talk about it. We lose, we talk about it. So it's there's
Yeah.
no right answer.
I'll get out
But
of here
I hear
because I
you.
know I got a lot of folks. I know you got a lot of folks waiting, but
I
look,
appreciate
we we took on number 8 in the country, Big Bag Tennessee. Oh, the trash talking. Ooh, we clearly have a better roster once this coaching things get sorted out. I think
Ton of talent there. Ton of talent
yeah,
there. And
yeah, those guys are badass. But
I
big
appreciate
bad
Big Guy.
number 8 Tennessee. Yep, I'll get out of here.
There you go, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Rich Residence, $10 says Billy hates losing, but he's also perfectly fine being up 3-0, perfectly fine being up 10-0. He also is just fine watching a team catch up and take the lead. Shelton, stop Billy back rubs. Listen, he gave me the back rub. All right. Came in, put the music on, had a little bit of lotion.
Hey! Holy shit.
What's up, big dog? It cold up there in Georgia, ain't it?
Hey, it's cold as fuck.
I know it. I love it, man. Where you at?
I'm in my backyard.
Well, no shit, dude. We're in Georgia, fucker.
Oh, Valdosta, VSU, cuz.
Okay, you're not too far then. We had this storm coming, and I was like, I'm gonna have to get up out of here. I was looking at Valdosta. Valdosta High, bro.
Hey, fuck Valdosta. I'm from Lambs
Okay.
High School, LHS. So one of our old quarterbacks plays for Miami. Whoever's the backup at Miami.
I don't know. You like Blue Ridge?
So we're actually going there like mid-November for my vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go for Christmas, and we're going back in March. I love that freaking place.
So let's not talk about the game. Fuck that. Let's talk about your commercials on podcasts because I got to work and
This is
I've got to listen
unbelievable.
to your podcast and fuck your damn commercials. I don't want to hear that shit.
They bad?
No, it's just you're the only commercial podcast. I haven't heard a commercial on Apple Podcasts yet.
But on mine, you do.
Yes, I don't know what's up.
I apologize for the commercials.
It's okay. Hey, look, we
It might
were
be my.
pretty
It's the person I use. It might be the third party person that I use. It's
well. It's David's Schwartequist.
give me a quick synopsis, baby. How you feeling, man? What do you think about this game?
I really want Billy to damn stay. I want Billy to stay. I think he's good. But I
Clint,
just
you're gonna get Clint. You're gonna don't tell people where you live. They're gonna be at your
I don't
house.
no.
I
He
love
should have
Clint.
kicked field goals. He should have. He should have kicked field goals. He should have done what he needed to do. But I really want him to stay because we're just a fucking revolving. I'm going to the Georgia National Fair at Perry tomorrow. It's just a fucking Ferris wheel. I'm drunk, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Clint, you're drunk. Cut his mic. Get Tiger King off the lean. Clueless.
hey, no, I'm serious. I mean, it's just a fucking Ferris wheel. I mean, it's just same shit. I think we went downhill since damn we threw that shoe. And it's just we need to stop. I mean, I don't know. We're living in
Hey,
the
I think you were right about not talking about the game.
yeah.
We should go back to the temperature at Georgia, Clint.
I'm fucking freezing. I'm watching damn Ole Miss beat. I'm watching our new coach beat LSU right now.
Clint, I love him, man. I appreciate you. The wife's a Georgia fan, isn't it? She's just
Yeah,
skipping around the house.
Hey, her bitch ass is asleep. I'm about to go hit her with a pillow.
Please do, Clint.
Hey,
I appreciate it, big guy.
Shelton.
Yes, sir.
Hey, to cut off, you need to go work out. Work them traps, cuz you ain't swollen enough for them damn cutoffs.
Fair enough. Rightfully so.
Sleeve or something. Cover that
Look at
damn.
it.
Go cover that damn arm up, son.
Okay, hit the gym. Well, when it's football season, bro, I'm busy, man. I ain't got time, but I feel you. I appreciate the accountability. I'll get in there.
Damn nipples ain't hard in damn St. Augustine, son. God, I'm freezing out here, bitch. See ya.
I'm getting fucking blasted for no damn reason. Shit. What was that? Wasn't this last super chat? John White. Billy got conservative when Merch went down. Lagway especially is gonna make freshman mistakes. Gotta let him go win it and not run a first and second when everyone knows what you're doing. Pathetic. Yeah, I agree. I think you gotta let him ride. A buck from Zach. Thank you, Buck. Thank you, Zach. Morgan, hit me.
Bruh. That was horrible.
What's up, Bubba?
Dude, the play calling. You know what the saddest part is? If we just had an offensive coordinator that called plays, we wouldn't even be bad. I mean, the team looked great out there.
It did, man. That's what hurts. I think that's why I say I wish we would have got blown out, because then at least like you can just say like just scrap the whole thing. But it's like you gave me hope. You gave me you looked sexy. The defense, man, the defense felt like
was
the
almost
Muschamp era.
perfect. I mean, it looked almost. That's what I'm saying, Muschamp, dude. It looked like all the highlights I used to watch all the time.
Yeah, I thought Muschamp was playing.
I mean, the offense was moving. They looked good. I mean, they were doing stuff, but then it's just like the certain play calls, and I was like, oh my god. Billy doing Billy things, screwing us like usual.
I wish we would come out and say, hey, like I didn't call those plays, or like yeah, I effed up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like tell me who called them damn plays.
I knew
who called it. That's what I want to know. I want to know who to be mad
exactly.
at.
Why run a jet sweep when 4th and inches? Like 4th and 1 maybe, but like inches. Like
just give the ball to Big Dez.
Anybody, any of our running backs could have got inches. Anybody.
The defense,
I knew it was over at halftime. I knew it. I was like, we're gonna go.
You watched the halftime show. I was in shambles because
I did.
I could see the future, right? Like you just kind of.
I knew we were gonna go conservative. I knew it was over. I was like, if we can get the points now, we're not getting them. Should have been. We should have had 24-0. I was like, we're done, and they're gonna come out and beat us.
Yeah, that's what they did. That is what they did.
You know that they won't fire him either. He's not getting fired.
No. I think DJ Lagway now starting saves his job because now they're like, well, they're gonna like. I mean, I think Strickland is adamant about not firing him, but I think that this is going to they're gonna want to see this now. Like, hey, what can you do with DJ? This is your guy, and we'll see. Maybe DJ flips a switch. I mean, it's still a long road, still a long way to go, but
I don't know. He didn't trust him though. He got so conservative with what he let DJ do. So I mean, if he don't start trusting him, it's not going to matter.
He's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to. So Shane says the boys ball tonight. Coach put them in bad spots with shitty play calling. Yeah, totally. Well, Morgan, I appreciate you, man, as always, calling in. And it's your first time? No, you called him before. Dellinger?
No, my first time.
First time. Okay. Well,
I've been in the chat, but this is the first time I've called in.
Yeah, I saw you in the chat on the watch party, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm always in the chat.
Well, appreciate you, man, for calling in, and I appreciate your support as always through thick and thin, baby.
Go Gators.
Katie, where did Katie's comment go? Yeah, going in OT against number 8 team is not getting fired this week. Yeah, I don't think that it will, but that doesn't mean I don't agree with it. $10. Thank you, 10. Thank you, Joe, from Maine. How do you guys have such hard last names? Or am I just that drunk? Why couldn't they try a few runs on the perimeter with Lagway? Love the show. Love you, Joe. Yeah, I feel like we never ran the ball outside too much. Especially on the 4th and inches. Bump it outside. Did you just take a shot of what was that? I don't think ATL Gator was ready. I can't hear you, big guy. I can't hear you. You're good. I'm disappointed the helmet wasn't on this time, but rightfully so. Last time what the fuck? Hey, look, it's Jason Kelsey. How do you guys get fire these comments off so quickly? You guys are just ready for it? Oh man, Joshua Fennel, $5. You didn't say a comment, Josh, but thank you. Jeremy, is this the same person? $2 says even with DJ, we win 2 games at most. All right, ATL, get connected again. I'll get you back in here, big guy. D, what's up, D? D, did you comment? You commented on something, right?
Probably a while ago. I'm new to the channel, so I've just been getting active.
Okay.
But I just want to make a couple quick points.
Rock and roll, big guy.
One, get DJ out of this damn pistol formation, please. He has no time to react to anything. When he's in the shotgun, you see what he did. He steps up in the pocket, delivers a dart, touchdown.
True.
That's just it's like we get nothing out of it to me.
Yeah, that doesn't fit his. That's not his comfortable spot like it was for Mertz. I agree. It felt like it slowed it down for him, right? Like it almost kind of it got clustered. It got kind of.
He has space, it's not so claustrophobic, He's a freshman, and he's on the road at Tennessee. This is a big game. You got to give him space to at least operate a little bit, But other than that, man, our defense looked pretty damn good. I've been talking shit about them guys for a while. I can't. They get all the praise from me tonight.
Jack Piper, man, he's been electric. Kudos to him. I feel like they've been using the guys very well. George Gumbs, somebody who I've been very high on. Boone has been quiet still, but
yeah.
Cam Banks has really stepped up. DeAndre Robinson, Brian Taylor. I mean, those guys were great tonight. Linebacker play has been phenomenal. Quarterback play, safety. It was all really good tonight. I have no complaints, and I think that's the part that hurts the most. Is like, man, everyone played really well. There's really no complaints on any side of the ball. Like the DJ Lagway interception was definitely a bad throw. But those things are going to happen. Yeah, I mean, look, that's a crazy ass environment, and like the whole thing, like you got a game plan coming in. They're going to make mistakes. Those things are expected. So
yeah, and then the way he gets put on the field with Graham getting hurt, it's
not fun.
It was not fun at all. But yeah, other than that, I'd like to see DJ in a lot more shotgun, or if he's going to be on the center, let's get him out on the perimeter. Let's get him. And one thing, I think that Montreal injury hurt us a whole lot more than because he was running. He broke off a nice couple runs.
He was getting into a nice rhythm. Yeah, he was starting to get into what Bill likes to do, controlling the game with the run. And I think we lost that for sure. And then we lose Mertz. Look, people were trying to say that lost the game. It did help, but the game should have been won prior to that, and you could have preserved the game better. But then you're playing behind the 8 ball with two of your starters out, yeah, it's tough. But we should have been in that position. That's where I'm at with it. But
yeah. Other than that, man, it's time to get Billy out of here. I hear you guys talking about I'm a Braves fan too, and I'm a New England Patriots fan. So you can just imagine the pain that I'm going through. I'm used to winning, you know.
Yeah, for sure. That's sports, man. That's what makes it fun. It makes you appreciate it. It's days like. Look, I think it's cool that we have this. Unfortunately, sometimes these kind of turn into an ugly environment. People get mad, right? We want to blame somebody, and sometimes it can get a little much. But ultimately, at the end of the day, everyone who calls in, it's usually a great time. Like people will yell at me in the comments and chats, but everyone who calls in is like we're all in the same boat of like we're just trying to cry together, which is something we haven't had before. So at least we have this. But D, I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you for.
I appreciate you, man.
Enjoy the content, man. Yeah, man. Thank you. Josh, $5 is how much do we win this game by with Kiffin? I mean, Kiffin's about to blow this game against LSU. We back? I can't hear you still. Yeah, you're good. You just keep talking. I'll wait for you. Travis says $2. His mom said, hey, she will report to me for you. Well, thank you, mama. Dion Scott, $10. Thank you, Dion. Kelsey's back. How are you so fast with this? You're getting comps to Jason Kelsey. No, maybe bring your mic down. You're on your headset because your mic's up.
Can you hear me?
Come on, brother. What's up, dude?
Every time I do a Teams meeting with this thing, that thing doesn't even work. So I don't know, dog. All right. You know what makes it worse is I'm an IT manager, dog. Anyways, I was drinking Gentleman Jack.
What is it with what all the IT guys in my company? They're always getting blitzed. What is that? Just like, is that a thing? Are you guys just like because your head is always just so computeric, you just want to shut it down? Is that
dude, I'm the furthest from like computer, whatever you call it. If you would have asked myself like in high school if I was going to be anything to do with computers, I'd have laughed at you, dog. But I saw where the money was, so I went that way.
Respect.
Anyways, but dude, 4th and 1 and a jet sweep. Dude, I got a 4-year-old daughter that was like, run it up the middle. You know, I was like, Jesus Christ, dog.
Same voice.
Yeah, dog. She'll be great in the WNBA. Angel Reese, who? What?
You're a legend, brother. I used to give it to Big Dez. You know what I mean? Pull some.
Yeah, dude. When you made that comment, I laughed so hard. But no, we got a 240-pound quarterback. That's a freak of nature. Tush push. I don't know.
We did it. We did it, but with Mertz. I called it Graham Hurts. Like you've done it once. Do it again.
Right. So, dude, I mean, look, I'll give the credit where credit's due. We played hard. I guess that's at this point a participation trophy. Defense. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, dog. I guess we decided to put it all together. But in the second half, you saw the difference was they started stacking the box, especially when Graham goes down. It's a different ball game.
Yeah, the tempo was weird, man. They were coming off the ball quick, and they were bringing 6 to 7 every single time.
Yep.
And that was frustrating to me.
And
too,
they were hoping for rookie mistakes, and they got one.
Yeah.
But then our defense makes old Nico pay, right back. So I don't know.
Look, the things that I said we should do to Nico, which we did, they did to DJ, which is rightfully so. I mean, he's a rookie. Crazy ass atmosphere. Look,
dude,
some people are like,
I couldn't imagine.
I mean, the kid balled out. Look, did he have his moments? Sure, but I also don't think the play calling gave him any help either. So
that's just the rookie. That's the freshman curse. You're gonna have that mistake. Dude, that laser he threw at the end of the game though was wild. I thought he was gonna just pull down and run it, and I was like, oh, he's not gonna get the first down. And he does that weird on the run jump throw. Wow. And I was like, oh my God. So
I love it. When the pocket opens up, seams open up, he steps up. I get rowdy.
There's part of me that's like, we need like emotionally, I want Napier gone immediately,
That's
But
where we're all at, I think.
Yeah, of course, and that's natural. But it's just like there's other parts that's like, do we really, get rid of him now without getting rid of the AD first? Because I think that's detrimental if we get rid of him now and we still have a ding dong of a AD in place that could potentially, and then we got the whole president change thing going on. So
We're in a rough spot. We're in a rough
we're in a
spot.
rough spot, bro. We're me and you are down bad. We got the
Hey.
Braves just missing the playoffs. Well, not missing the playoffs,
You're
but
drink when you cheers. But
all right, well,
yeah, it was not a good showing.
not a good showing.
We limped in though. We limped in,
and we give him that was a miracle. But I was glad. I guess that's harsh to say. I was glad that we didn't make it further because we would have just got our butts.
We would have been embarrassed. I want a Subway Series. I'm calling for Mets Yankees. That's what I want.
No, what I want. No, hell no. How could you? No, nobody wants the Mets to win, dog. I'd rather have the Dodgers win it all.
Really?
100%. Look, I hated Freddie going to the. Look, we're getting way off.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. I love Freddie. I
love Freddie. I hated him going there. Like I wanted to boo him the last time I saw him come to Atlanta. Like I was on the verge of being like boo, and then probably getting
cried.
By, yeah.
Well, but look, I think for baseball, man, I think last year's World Series was a plunder with the Rangers and the Diamondbacks. Like, puke on me. So give me the Subway Series.
The Rangers were world beaters, man.
Give me the Subway Series and give me the Yanks.
And
I would love that.
They got Langford now.
Oh
that dude. But
that's not fun. That's not sexy. Give me something sexy.
I know.
ATL, baby. I appreciate it, big dog. Later, baby. Josh looking like he's got a little bit of got some love with him. Oh, she's leaving. She's leaving. Oh, 1 second, Josh. Yellow B says, thanks for keeping us together during these trying times. We'll keep it live for the post game presser. Well, I don't know if usually on the road the lives aren't live. If that makes sense. Yellow Beast, I appreciate you, man. $5. The worst part is if we didn't have 12 on the field anyway, go Gators. Yeah, I know. Love seeing the team be a team. This one is on Billy. 100%. $10 from Joe. Just say Joe M. I can't even pronounce T after the J O like tonight. Seems like Armstrong had more involvement on the sideline. He gets fired up. No emotional from Billy. No accountability. I love Armstrong. I always have. Always been a big fan. I think there's concerns of him in his youth. But I met Armstrong person to person, shook the guy's hand. I mean, we're the same age. Where'd the old lady go?
Oh, she went away. I don't think she wanted to be on camera.
Fair enough. What's up, baby?
But you keep saying, Billy Napier cheated on you. I think watching this game, this was like Napier taking me out on a date, showing me a good time, and then making me pay for the bill. That's
no. I said tonight I walked in on him with 2 chicks.
Oh,
that were uglier than me. You're like, if they're hotter, you're like, all right, like whatever. Uglier? You can't.
Yeah, you're like, dude, what the fuck? Come on.
Yeah. You just walk into this.
Yeah, but no. Before I rip into Napier, I gotta give the defense their flowers. I thought this was probably the best defensive performance I've ever seen under Napier. We controlled the line of scrimmage. I thought the secondary played really well. Linebackers played really well. I thought the tackling was like the best I had. Yeah, it was like I was almost like questioning who we actually had on the field. I was like, whoa, these like new players. So defense played lights out, and they did what they were supposed to do, which is keep us in the game. Now, I feel like Napier, when he goes into these games, he's made it public now where he's like, I'm going to have a 2-system quarterback. I'm going to play Graham 2 possessions and then DJ every 3rd possession, every single game. And that's his game plan. And then I think this game is pretty much solidified that Napier does not know how to make game time adjustments. So he goes into these games with his game plan.
That.
Well, no. I mean, when Mertz went down, and it was okay. Now it's DJ. Now it's DJ's time. It was so obvious that he did not have a game plan for DJ. Oh, cheers. What are you drinking?
I was making like a fake call on my wife, but she's
Oh, my
asleep.
bad. My bad. My bad.
Okay.
But yeah, when DJ went into the game, it just felt like Napier almost didn't know what the game plan was now, because he had his game plan going in with Mertz, and then once Mertz was out of the game, I don't know. It just seemed like our offense, everything was predictable. It was like we run up the middle, first, second down, and then we pass on third down, and it was.
It got back to, I feel like 2 years ago. You're 100% right, where it just you're 100%, he wasn't prepared for him to step in if need be. Which, and look, this has been my biggest complaint of Billy, of his ability to adjust. And look, like we had the whole argument on Wednesday, like the what if he were to win, and they're like, he's not going to win 8 games. I'm like, I understand that, and that was the whole juxtaposition of the conversation, that if he were to win 9 games or 8 more games, he would have to adjust. He would have to become somebody that we haven't seen yet. But he did exactly what we all thought he would do. I mean, he threw it into the shit. So I was hoping. Look, I'm optimistic. That's kind of how I function. You guys know that. You've watched the show long enough now that you know that's how I am. But brutal stuff, Josh. Brutal stuff. But I appreciate you calling in, Bagger. What else you got? Closing thoughts.
Closing thoughts. I'm all aboard the Lane train.
Okay.
Yeah,
is
we
he
need
losing?
someone.
What happened with that game?
What's the score of that game?
I think it's an overtime. It is an overtime.
It is an overtime? Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like any coach at this point is better than what we have right now. So.
Yeah, I mean, well, true. Well, tell the wifey we said hey. Sorry we missed her. But
Say hey.
Hi.
There she is. Josh, appreciate you as always, big guy. Go Gators.
Man, go Gators.
Thanks for calling in, man. Good seeing you, Bubba. Ladies and gents, we got like 10 more people waiting. So look, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. You guys are patiently waiting. I appreciate it. I'll try to get to you if I can. If I can't, I mean, if you got to go, I understand. But we're going through and try to give everyone their time. So smash the like button, subscribe. We're getting through this one day at a time. Hollywood.
Man, what's going on, y'all, boy? Gator Nation.
What's up, Bubba?
Beat down, man. Got to drink myself to happiness tonight.
You still got that stupid ass hat on.
You know, I got like 3 other hats, but I wear them because I be outside a lot when I be watching the games in the back. And I'm disappointed today. I threw it down. It got a little dirt on it. I had to take it off, threw that shit down like I was a coach. Dylan, why didn't you call us? But yeah, man, my heart broke, man. Can somebody get me Ed Orgeron? Somebody? I mean, toxic locker room bullshit.
Hey, go Gators. Go Gators.
I take Ed. Yeah, man, I'm beat down tonight, man. Been sipping. I think I done drunk so much vodka, I might be a Russian when I wake up. So, no offense to my guys in the chat. Don't need anybody waking up, come in my house. But no, man.
It hurts, man. Like that's that. Look, I think that's just where we're at.
That goddamn Billy. We heard all off season about the weight program, how strong everybody was, and all that shit. Right? Yeah. 4th and 1, ain't nobody trying to tuck their ass between their legs and just fire off. You know what I'm saying? None of that was happening. So pretty goddamn. It's pretty tragic for Billy, but I don't think he's going anywhere because I feel like he might just somehow squeeze out 2 or 3 more SEC wins somehow, maybe 1 or 2, but that's not going to get him fired. We play Kentucky. He can beat Kentucky. And depending on what happens with LSU and Ole Miss, so. But
those games are at home. Those are huge. I mean, those are huge opportunities. Look, again, this is how I function. Like I'm burnt, but at the same time, like seeing what I saw today, it's like, damn, I just, there was hope. And I want to see it again. And my concern is like, if you fire Bailey, cool. Who takes over? And again, everyone. No, I don't think Ed can come in. Like I'm talking about to finish the season.
Yeah, nobody. We really don't have anybody step up.
Yeah,
Ron Roberts would probably be the guy, or that Dan Enos guy.
He has it's an Enos guy. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know. I'm not saying I want to yell that. I'm not saying I want to keep Billy, but
I think
I
ride
like
the
to enjoy the
season out.
season. I wait all year for this shit. You know what I mean?
I
Not
think
just
ride the season out with Billy because you know how they changing football and all that stuff. You ride the season out with Billy and get rid of him in the offseason. We know we're gonna lose a few players. It's already upset now. So once we lose them, we could just the new guy come in with a bag. Hey, you contract. That's basically what it's going down to, you know. And we're gonna have to get up with the game. We ain't gonna be able to sit here and play this tedious ball. Billy is so tedious with everything, and that's why we lose. You know, when you gonna trust your player to make a play? I'm like, if we would have beat Tennessee, he would be holding his nuts right now at a press conference. Seriously, you know. But now he's gonna be in defense, talking about the intangibles and everything we worked on. It's a good group. And
the presser. Hey, real quick, the presser dropped. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to watch it. We can decide. But
I'm down to watch that.
Okay. There's one vote for the watch.
Sometimes you gotta go and get it over with because it's gonna be on your mind. You're gonna come back and look at it tomorrow. Just go and get it over with.
Rip it off.
Go
yeah,
and
get
pissed off for the next week, and we know if we got a chance against Kentucky or not. We already know.
Yeah. Well, Hollywood, I appreciate you, man.
Man,
good seeing you.
Y'all.
Love the hat as always. Take a sip. I'm out of bourbon. So. Oh.
What's up, man?
What's up, Andrew?
This one hurts, dog. This one hurts. I woke up this morning with like,
right?
Dude, it's. And what's bad is I went in with the mindset like we're not gonna get pissed off if we lose. Not going because I was kind of expecting. I was like, man, maybe we'll keep it competitive, but I really do feel like we're probably gonna get our asses beat to do this shit. Oh my god, dude! It. I wanted to give Billy. I wanted to give Billy his 3 years. I'm done with it. I can't do it. Can't do it. It's heartbreaking. The play calling is what gets me. I lost of words. I know there's other people waiting, man. So go Gators. I just wanted to get on here and vent.
Well, I mean, appreciate being short, man. Yeah, you're good. Look, I think we're all in the same. Again, like I say, I wish we got blown out. I don't say that, but it's just like this game. It's like it's a shitty position because just kind of how you feel afterwards. Like I haven't felt like this the entire game. Like at least the other games, I was mad, I was angry. There's like this is like depression. You know what I mean? Like you're just like
that right there.
Yeah. Well, Andrew, I
all right,
appreciate
brother.
it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Good talking to you, man. Thank you. Bro,
What's up? First off, let's go Ducks. First off, I'm so proud of them right now for beating Ohio State's ass. That was great. Second off, how you doing, Sheldon? I appreciate what you're doing with the fundraising for South Georgia. Y'all don't give us enough love from the hurricane, but we got hit. Our ass is nailed by Helen down here in Waycross, where I'm at. Which is about an hour north of Jacksonville. I went 6A with no power. That freaking sucked. But all right, we got Lincoln Riley about done blew it in overtime over here. We got a field goal, 57-yarder. Who's going to win it, Lane Kiffin or Lincoln Riley? Who do you want as our coach next year?
I don't want Lincoln. I don't understand. Lincoln, I'm not a fan. No, I don't want Lincoln Riley at all.
All right, so you rotate Lane over Lincoln.
I like Lane's swagger, but look, what he's doing right now is what has always been my issue with.
It's killing me. He's going to do me like Billy do me right now. I mean, look, it's over.
This is what he
LSU
does.
just won. It's over. LSU just won one play. But it's over. They got a touchdown, Sheldon.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. They came back. Lane choked again, like Lane does.
Somebody threw a flag, no?
No flag. I don't see nothing. By the way, we are worse than Vanderbilt, by the way, because they did win and beat Kentucky's ass tonight in Kroger Field. No, it's done.
It's done. Wow.
But I said it earlier. I was watching. I was listening to the broadcast. They kept saying, "Oh, Nico's getting rolled out to the outside so Hupple can throw him half field." Why did we not roll DJ out? The man has legs. Why did we not roll him out and give him half a field to look at? And why in the hell are we giving a guy who just came back from injury a jet sweep, and he don't even look like he ain't caught a ball all night? The man, I love Eugene. He caught one pass in the center of the field all night long. But yet we gonna give him a jet sweep after he recovering from a knee injury. Like, come on now. What's your feelings?
Yeah, I'm not saying I hate the play call because look, that he bust out. It's Tutty. We're having a different conversation, but I don't know, man. Just get yourself 4 new fresh downs. Just poke it through.
Thank you. You got 240. Put him on the line. You had Montreal behind him. You could have shut him for him a yard. I mean, look at Mertz. I mean, he got a bad break on that. That was a good play by what they called for the touchdown. I mean, anybody would do, but you can't do a jet sweep off a freaking fake motion. It was like a fake handoff. Then it was a jet sweep. I mean, it was just stupid. It was more of them crap behind convoluted plays that Billy be doing.
I feel like Lane be losing on purpose.
Listen, did you see that whole troll he did today with the alligator? Oh, I'm just doing it for my run. Like, bruh, come on. You're like 47, 48 years old, man. You gotta get done with this trolling nonsense. You done got your ass beat 2 weeks in a row, and you on here still trolling people. You just got embarrassed by the wannabe Ogeron.
I know.
I mean, you got embarrassed by the coach who don't even belong in the South.
LSU's putting himself in the conversation. SEC's is
That's what I'm gonna ask you. Who's gonna come out of this division? Because Georgia can't get people arrested. They look like they want to lose to everybody.
Texas quietly get it done, man.
Man, come on. Texas has not earned them SEC stripes yet. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not saying they have, but Bam, they played Georgia. Like you just said, Georgia hasn't looked exciting. I mean, they're kind of saying the cleanest and staying out of this thing. I mean, they look good. LSU could go in and disrupt some things up, but it all just I don't know, man. It's wide open, which is exciting. This is the first in a long time it's been like this. Long time.
I agree with you. I'm excited. I mean, you look at what they're going on this year with SEC. I mean, we're destroying each other. I don't know who's gonna make it. Alabama literally should have lost to South Carolina after getting curb stomped by Vanderbilt. I mean, really?
Easily.
I mean, what was all this hype about the Bows? I'm glad we didn't fire Billy last year and come hire this man. He looks like a choke artist.
Oh, the board.
He looks like he's still trying to play for the Pac-12.
Well, Charlie, I appreciate you calling him, man, and prayers to you, man. I'm glad you got your power back, man. Yeah, you're right. Georgia got whacked. Dude, there's so many people got whacked. It's like, who do you talk about? But that's why I did the fundraiser. Hopefully we can, again, help somebody out. So
I appreciate it. Just keep people in Georgia, North Carolina, and Florida in y'all hearts, guys, because we've surely been whacked enough with these hurricanes. Y'all be easy.
Yeah, for sure, Baba. $5 and Travis Wilson. Don't forget, ultimately, LOI, my mom will report her adventure to the swamp for me next week for you. I appreciate it, man. Aiden, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up? So there's just way too much. I mean, there was so many things we could have converted on. The offensive line looked half decent in that first half, which surprised the living hell out of me. We couldn't score. We were we had 6, 7 red zone trips, something like that.
We had 4 in the first half and came away with 3 points.
So. Right. I mean, Mertz fumbled the ball, and that was kind of unfortunate. Hope he's okay.
I'm pretty sure he's done.
I know, but it's still just the other thing. I love Mertz. Billy is not a passer pocket player. I don't know why he went and made Graham Mertz his guy. Love Mertz, don't get me wrong, but he needed someone like Lagway coming in to really fit his scheme in the first place to be successful. I mean, he's gotten some good offensive linemen. The coach kind of a throw up, like a throw up, but like I like Lagway. I hope he sticks with us. He's definitely that dual thread that Billy's looking for, and I want him. I want him gone, but at the same time, you kind of think about where we were with Mullen, what we've done, what Billy's been able to do. You can't win the big games, you can't win the small games, but I liked some of his hires, like Armstrong. I loved that defense. That defense had me jumping, clapping, everything. I loved it. Best Florida defense I've seen probably my entire life, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, that game, yeah.
How old are you?
18. I've been a fan since I was 6 years old. So
it might be.
Right. So I mean,
for your life, it might be. There's a time. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you've been through Grantham. I mean, you saw Muschamp, no?
I was able to see a little bit of him. I was able to see a little bit of him. I liked That was the Luke Del Rio
Everyone,
era.
hey, hey, easy guys. Everyone's gonna give you crap for that. Like the that you've seen. That just shows you how it's been, guys. Okay, he's young. He didn't see much, so give him some slack. Well, hey, and I appreciate you calling him in and giving your thoughts, big guy. I appreciate you. And
Yeah,
hopefully your next 18 years bode a little bit better for being a Florida fan, man.
Yeah.
It's been rough for you.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, I'm wearing a Tebow jersey right now. I mean, try to rep number 15. Hopefully,
Try to feel love. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man.
Of course, have a good one.
Armstrong was not in the press box today. He was on the sideline today.
What's up, Shelton? Can you hear me?
Look at this. Look at this thing. Yeah, I can hear. What's up, Bubba?
What's up? It's my first time calling in. Watched you for years though, so appreciate all you do. Get me through the summers when I don't got football to watch.
I appreciate your support, man. Thank you for calling in.
The frustrating thing is Billy Napier's like Mullen in terms of he doesn't want to get rid of the people he needs to. Offensive line coaches still don't know what, and it frustrates me that we don't have labels for everything. Like we don't know exactly. Well, we know Billy Napier's calling the plays, but he doesn't want to. He preaches about humility, but then he doesn't have the humility to come out and be like, yeah, you know what? I kind of suck at this, so I'm going to get someone else to do the job better. It's just so frustrating. Mullen did more with less. Like he did more with less talent. Napier's doing less with more talent. He got all these speedy wide receivers. These guys run fast. And what are we doing like 50% of the time? We're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage. Behind the line of scrimmage, behind the line of scrimmage. It is insanity. It's a waste of talent. And if I'm a recruit, I'm like, yeah, he's not going to utilize me. I don't blame Jeremiah Smith for going to Ohio State. You know,
Or Joshua
he's
Moore
balling
for
out.
dipping out.
Yeah. So it's just insane to me. But if we do get rid of Napier, I mean, if they had a plan, like, all right, let's make Russ Callaway offensive coordinator just for the rest of the year. See if we can't get something better going. I think you keep Armstrong because he brings the energy. If you can keep the defense playing like they did today, you know, maybe you pull off a big upset. I think you maybe beat Kentucky, but you know what? Kentucky's beat us the past few years, so I have PTSD from that.
We should have won tonight. We should have won tonight. And I think we are. I mean, the team that I saw tonight leads me to believe that we should be able to beat Kentucky with no problem. But I don't know. At this point, I don't know.
It is what it is. But you know what? I got my Jesus shirt because you know what? The Lord's got me if the Gators don't.
I love it, man. Well, man, I appreciate it. Are you a gamer? You got a stream?
Oh, yeah, I don't stream, but I game. Yeah.
Okay.
Just I liked this because I gone through so many headsets. I got cats and they'll chew up these wires, so I needed something where I could talk to using my earpods if I need to.
Fair enough. Well, man, I appreciate you calling me. Good seeing you. Go Gators.
Peace. Go Gators.
Harrison. I feel like I'm in trouble.
Hey, how you doing, iTop?
Doing well, man. Well, could be doing better, but you know, here we are.
I'm upset at this one. I mean, I said this high top at the beginning of the year. I said Billy Napier's got to go hire an offensive coordinator, and the fact that he didn't has come back to absolutely bite him in the rear. And I mean, you could just tell it. I mean, why run a jet sweep on 4th down and 1? I mean, you have Montrell Johnson, Jaden Ball, both of whom I guarantee could get the first down, or just do a QB sneak. And it's just this play calling that overtime, especially, like, why throw a screen pass, gets tackled for a loss, a handoff, another loss? It's like, at this point, like, Napier's play calling is just losing us football games at this point. And I'm gonna be real high top. I know we got Kentucky next week, but I don't know if we're gonna win that game because of this garbage play calling. It's so bad at this point. Like, it's gotten to the point where, you know, you have all these great receivers. It's like Eugene Wilson. I get he's coming back from injury, but you got to give that guy the ball. You got to throw it to your number 1 and number 2s. And it's just like we have all these great receivers, high top, and they barely touch the ball. They barely touch the ball. It's just like, why? Like, why do you? I don't know. I'm upset at the.
I'm gonna be interested to see the team. You know, because I feel like they've been bought in. I've given him credit for having the guys bought in, but I don't. It'll be interesting to see how they are after this.
I don't know about Napier. I mean, look, I've given him plenty of chances. He should have hired an OC. He said he was going to call the plays, but it's just to the point now where every time the Gators go on offense, I just wonder how long the drive's going to last. And, to give credit where credit is due, we had some good drives, but it's just like in the first half, 4 trips into the red zone with no touchdowns. I mean, that kind of speaks volumes. It's just like you can't fumble on the 1 yard line. You can't run a jet sweep on 4th down. You have to score on those drives, and it's just like the defense. To give credit to High Top, the defense showed up today. I was genuinely impressed with the
Incredible.
defense. Yeah, I was wondering where that defense was against A&M and Miami, but it's just like with the defense, they gave us so many chances to just blow out Tennessee, and they just couldn't get it done. And again, I don't know. I mean, if Billy Napier does that play calling against Georgia or Texas, we're absolutely getting the doors blown off us. It's just like I've given Napier plenty of chances. Again, High Top, I don't think he survives the year at this point.
No, I don't think so. I mean, again, I think he had opportunities to preserve himself. I don't think we fought after this game just because of the Lagway situation. And
Yeah,
I'm upset about
but
that.
you
But I
know,
just
what's also High Top interesting that a lot of people aren't pointing out? He's losing recruits. You don't remember that receiver we just had? I forget his name, but he just
Joshua
flipped.
Moore.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
flipped to Miami, and I don't blame him, honestly. I mean, he probably looked at this. He probably looked at this and was like, "Bro, really? I don't want to play here." Like that. We've lost a lot of recruits this year, and I don't blame a single one of
We
those
weren't in a
recruits.
place to lose them either. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
So
exactly. It's just like I don't blame any recruits. If I was a 5-star recruit, I probably wouldn't want to play in Florida right now. I mean, it's just like Napier will probably be gone by Georgia if he doesn't get something figured out. I mean, it's just
for sure.
at this point, his play calling is losing us games, and it's just ridiculous.
Well, Harrison, I appreciate you calling in, man, as always, big guy, and appreciate your thoughts and comments. And we'll do this again next week, hopefully with
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I've been watching you for a long time. Go Gators.
Go Gators. We got a few people left, boys, and then we'll watch the presser at the end if you guys want to hang in. I'll watch the presser, but let's get through these. We got like 4 guys left. So Mason, sorry.
This was the first game that I've watched in the last couple of years where I didn't have any complaints with any facet of the team on the field. Like offensive line, I feel like held their own.
Great job, I felt. Yeah, there was time. I mean, a couple of false starts people get mad about, but look, that's just those are gonna happen. You want them to be perfect, and they happen at bad times. But I'm not gonna flack on them too hard. I feel like they did well.
And that's another thing is like when DJ Legway threw that interception, that was probably the best pass protection I've seen all night.
Oh, he had all day. Yeah. That was all. I'm not gonna say it was like his fault. I mean, it was his fault, but he tried to put it. He tried to put it into a pocket. But he wasn't pressured or anything like that. I think he thought he just, hey, I can squeeze this in. It's like your competition is a little bit harder than high school ball. That's what that was.
Exactly, and it was a guy that was never open. It was something that somebody like me playing college football 25 maybe would have thrown that, but
for sure
it wasn't. Exactly, it wasn't bad. Nothing was bad on that play. He had a dump down easily wide open, but he's a freshman, coming in with a bad situation.
Play.
The defense was the best I've seen since, 2016 LSU. That was one of the best defensive performances I've seen in a long time from a Florida Gator defense.
I haven't that feeling. Your team has like, hey, this is the best part of your team. This was the first game that I felt that, hey, go get our defense out there. It's our best asset right now. It's our best opportunity to turn the game over.
Not once was I mad at Billy Napier for punting or being conservative.
Yeah, we had the advantage when we punted it.
Exactly. We every facet of the game we won, other than offensive play calling. And who calls the offensive plays again?
I think his name is Billy.
Something like that. Probably Napier is his last name. I think it's close.
I have to look it up. But I think so.
And sadly, it's not even close to his fault, but this is the first game that I think Graham Mertz lost us the football game. And I think if he plays the rest of the game, we probably win, honestly. But when he fumbled at the goal line, that's when the game was lost. and it was
There,
Graham
there was,
Mertz's.
yeah, that was kind of like, look, we had too many areas, at that point. We had the fourth and down. We had just a couple of things that were like not going our way. That was the last thing we needed. I think 100% right. We poked that in. It's a different ball game.
Yep.
7 more points we didn't have.
And it's the last guy you want to blame because of what he's done for the University of Florida.
I'm not blaming him. No, I'm not.
The 1.5 years that he's played, because he's probably done. Comes out with the arm crutches and stuff. If he can play the rest of the game, we probably win this football game, in my opinion. But
I don't know. I don't know if he makes that throw at the end that DJ did. Look, we can go back and forth all day on what's that. Again, I don't put it on that.
That was. I didn't think DJ had it in him at that point, but that was an amazing play.
He's a baller, baby.
That was. But at the same time, if you don't have DJ in on some of those drives at the end of the game, how different is Tennessee calling their defense? Because they are trying to shake up DJ.
Sure. Look, Montreal going down was huge too, but look, those are all kind of what if.
Best game he had this year.
For sure. I would say that, I mean, outside of the errors, but yeah, I would say playing wise, it was good. But Mason, I appreciate you, big guy. Good seeing you as always. We'll do it again next week, right?
Hopefully.
Later, big guy. Gator Nation, talk to me.
What's good, man?
What's up, Bo?
Yeah, this was disappointing, man. To say the least, we had plenty of opportunities to win. I just don't think that Billy Napier cares anymore, man. He's already getting paid. He's not going anywhere. I mean, until they get him out the door, they basically gonna have to push him out the door right now at this point. But at the same time, man, like everybody wants him gone. I try to keep positive about him. I'm like, oh man, like yeah, okay, like you win this game, you got a chance. You win this game, you got a chance. But you recruit a 5-star quarterback, the closest thing to Tebow that we've had in a while, and you don't run him on 4th and 1, 4th and inches. You like no tush push, no quarterback sneak, and then you get down on the goal line, and what do you do with Mertz? Then you run him. And I'm not hating on Mertz. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm not hating on Mertz because, like, okay, yeah, he fumbled the ball. Like, everybody wants to get mad at him for that. Like, I get it, ball security. But at the same time, man, like, like you were saying just a second ago, right? He gets that in. It's a whole different ball game from there, right? We just missed opportunity after missed opportunity.
Yeah, it's frustrating to say the least. There's just too many areas we can point out of like what were you thinking? And again, it's one of those things like he gets cued at the wrong times. Like you said, it's like, look, you just line up in an I formation and just slam it down the throat 4th and inches, and then you want to try to get cute and do something when it's with Graham Mertz, who doesn't really have that in his bag, who's somebody who broke his collarbone because he ran like that's not his thing. Like don't force him to be the tough guy when you've got a stud running back room. It just didn't make any sense, but I don't know. I don't make the rules, so.
I mean, to take nothing away from Mertz, I mean, he doesn't look bad whenever he runs the ball, though. Like he reminds me a lot of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he can run it. I'm not saying that, but I I mean, look, I don't hate the QB sneak there. It was one of those plays where he tried to get more out of it and he stayed up, and the lineman's able to smack it out of his arm, right? Like that's kind of a fluke play. Like it's not a bad play call because if he doesn't do that, we're pissed because like, hey, why don't you just QB sneak it? So we're kind of getting nitpicky with it. That was just one of those things where it was just the timing of it. We've had too many bad things happen at that point. It was like, what are we doing?
Well, we didn't get the field goal going into halftime, and I feel like that the fumble and that missed opportunity with the field goal at the end of the first half, like those two things, it just kind of like the wind kind of blew out of our sails kind of deal. And it just gives, there's this thing called momentum, and people, you can't see it, but it's there, and it affects the game. And whenever you just give it away like that, it just, man, just so many opportunities, man. Like I'm disappointed. I've never liked the whole Billy hire in the first place. I know that I've said that a couple of times on here. The thing is like, whenever you make these hires, you gotta like go down the list of things. He went to Clemson. He was the offensive coordinator there. He gets fired there, and then they win championships. He goes to Louisiana. He's okay. Yeah, he wins, but he's winning by like what 1 point, 2 points, like these close games. But he can't get them. That's not the SEC, man. It's just not the SEC. And I know that everybody's like hating on Lane because he lost 2 games now. But honestly, man, perspective wise, I want to ask you this question: do you think he's kind of just losing those games so he doesn't get in a position to go to the playoffs to maybe come and rescue Florida? That's my perspective. That's what I want to think.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Those are all crazy conspiracies. But I mean, who knows? I think that's maddening if he was. Because to me, it's like look, he's losing these games. I'm like, what? Fuck, we want him. You know what I mean? I mean, you can't say, well, I lost on purpose. I don't know. But
well, who do you want? Who do you want before I leave? Who do you want?
I don't know, man. I really don't. I honestly couldn't tell you. And that's kind of where I'm like, whatever with it, because the guy from Indiana, I know his name's been popped up a few times. He's kind of got a little swagger to him. But I mean, 3 weeks ago, it was Jed Fish, Lincoln Riley. Who was the other one?
The guy from Missouri.
Eli Drinkowitz. Those all are being crossed off over the last 3 weeks. You know what I mean? So the Boers being crossed off from Bama as we speak. Ole Miss was just in here. Some guys, you guys can take Lane. Like, nope. It's like everybody's trying to just, I don't know. Well, what is the answer? The Indiana guy is the only one that's winning, but has he played anybody yet to kind of be pushed? Who knows? Who knows, man?
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you doing what you do, man. I love watching this. I like the fact that I can come on here and vent, and I like to hear everybody else's perspectives on it too. But this one's a tough one, man. I thought we had that. So go Gators.
Go Gators.
I appreciate you as always, brother.
Later, bro. Mud Kid, what's up, man?
Yo. I don't know. Thanks for staying on so late also for hearing out all of us. I've been watching for a while. But I just don't know how to feel. I'm the same as you, Sheldon. I don't want us to lose because this is probably super unrealistic, but let's say we squeeze out Kentucky, I don't know, LSU, probably not.
Yeah, we went out, right?
Right. 6-6 or something, but then Billy stays and it's just it's too much. I really don't know what to do. And like you were just telling the other guy, all the coaches are like Dookie, but anyone's better than Billy, I guess. I don't know. I just
we're watching pressure, Jeremy. But yeah, I think look, I guess I'm a little of a warrior, right? So that's where I probably I'm not the best sometimes to ask on that because I'm looking like, okay, we fire him. Then there's a small ass window. We got December 4th is signing day, and then now the transfer portal is only 30 days, and people are gonna be in the playoff. Yeah. Like it's just like, I mean, you're gonna have to do it if Billy isn't the guy. If you don't see this as the answer, so it has to happen, I guess. And it's just I'm just tired of being in this disgusting rotation. So when people are like, you love Billy. It's like I'm just tired. I'm tired of starting over. I'm tired of resetting.
No,
like imagine if you had to rebuild a house every 3 years. Like it's just like I just want to live in a place and just grow on that. Like that's what I feel like.
Yeah. It's just like you said. I think you said it, but he's just literally anti-momentum. The last guy said it too. All the play calling. Everyone's already said it a million times. 4th and 1, jet sweep, whatever. But I don't know. But shout out to Graham Mertz for doing whatever he could all these couple of times, man. He's awesome. He's great. I never switched up on him. That doesn't matter now. But he just pulled a Jordan Travis, and then Montrell gets like hip tackled and breaks his ankle. Like, come on, that's just tough. I don't know if that would have even won us the game if they were in there, but.
Look, I think those would have helped, but you can't. It's just one of those things. Like it's part of the game. Yeah, you can't control it. Exactly. I think the moment you had control of, you blew. Yeah. And that's where I get frustrated. Yeah. You can't control Mertz pulling his ACL. You can't control Montrell. And that's why when you have an opportunity, when it's in your hands, you have to take control of it. And we didn't do that.
Exactly. And it's like the whole thing with like the field goal at the end. Like, look, every other special teams, the first beginning of the year, man, make him the head coach. That's what I was thinking. And then the 12-man thing. I am convinced that wasn't Joe Houston's fault. That was Billy's fault. making 12 people run out there, man. He kept someone in there. I don't know. That's Billy's fault. I don't care. Make Joe Houston the head coach, dude. I can't do this anymore. I can't. If we had been up by 6, I can't assume the whole game would have gone the same. But at least you have a couple more points at halftime. You have something to work with at least. I don't know.
Something to build on, which we're not great at. But Mug, can I appreciate you calling, man? I always appreciate your comments.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. Good show.
Oops. Still going. Oh, wow. Kansas State just got shut out, I think. 14-7. This game was great. All right, Trav, then Trevor, then we'll close down with Professor. What's up, big guy?
Where's the professor? Can we get him in here? Okay. See, like I was just texting Cody. First of all, son, you don't want to answer my phone call.
You called me?
I did.
When?
Listen, me and Cody.
Hold on.
Cody got his sunnies on, but me and Cody been going back and forth all night. Right,
Oh,
Cody?
you FaceTime me? Wait, at 9:49? Was that the middle of the game?
Bro, there was a good reason why I was FaceTiming you.
I didn't even see it.
It's all good. I called Cody. Cody could probably tell you how I felt about the game. What should we talk about? Should we?
Well, I don't know. Everybody's complaining about the jet sweep that was open over and over and over again, and then magically they called a cat blitz that it worked out. But yeah,
Look, to be fair, look, you're not wrong, Cody. There was a play before that we didn't give it to Shamir. I'm like, why didn't we give it to Shamir? It was wide open. And the one time it was like because Eugene was there, I think. The other 2 times Eugene wasn't coming through.
No, it's play calling. That's what happens. That's what happens when we call plays. It's 50-50. It's a crapshoot. It's gambling. And they gambled right. And you know what? I'm just gonna say this. Defense played their heart out. You go ahead and give Harris the extension because the DB play has not been this good since Henderson. Go ahead, give him an extension if you don't keep Billy. If you don't want to keep Billy, I really don't care at this point. It is what it is. But this game was lost by the players. You can't drop the ball on your 1 yard line.
Oh God!
Like Mertz did, you cannot do some of the dumb stuff that you did. Everybody's banging for Lagway to be the starter. Well, the offense shut down when Lagway was the starter. Took him a couple drives to get ready and get going. I get that. Threw an INT, can't do that. You can't lean on this defense that hasn't been very good for how long? And you leaned on it. You should have went for 2. Everybody was.
Why do you have glasses on?
Because I'm the
saying.
Teflon Don. I don't care anymore. I said go for 2 in the Discord. Everybody's making fun of me. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know ball. Should have went for 2. Should have went for 2, right, guys?
Fuck you. I agree. Low key.
Trav, what do you got?
Professor fucking knows. I mean, golly. 5-star dummies, as Uncle Lou says.
Trav, why do I keep losing you? Drop a like for the boys, baby. Drop a like for the boys, as always. 1 sec. Let me get. I don't know where Trav's at. Let me get Trevor in here. What's up, Trevor? How you doing, man?
What's up, Sheldon? What's
How you
going on with the boys tonight?
You see it, man. It's mayhem over here.
I got to tell you, what disappointed me the most about the game is I now know that we actually have the talent to compete with, the upper echelon of what's coming into the SEC. That was disappointing. The defense played lights out, so we got the talent there. You agree?
No, I agree. I think the Cody said the players lost the game. I felt the players played well. Look, the fumble, yes, there were some areas, but I felt like the play. It felt like the talent was there, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's college football though. That shit's gonna happen. I mean, I don't know. The 12 men on the field. I watched the presser. He said it was an injured player that didn't come off. I don't know if that's true.
We couldn't see much.
Yeah, I thought the defense played well. I thought the offense played well enough. The problem is Billy has no wrinkles. He has nothing that is new, nothing that's gonna, catch the defense off guard. So it's like you got to be lights out on the plays that he has, and that's it.
Well, we had I can't remember his name now. Again, his offense is very predictable, but when you execute it, it's successful. And I think when DJ came in, it kind of got a little stale. And somebody said they kind of got conservative. And if you're not executing with that conservative play calling, you kind of put yourself into a hole. And that's where that offense was at that once March went down.
Well, it's funny because he comes in for his drive, and he knows that he's going out, and it's almost like it was a little too much for him at the time. Just a touch, like, oh shit, I got to win the game, which he did. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do. Defense went crazy on us the last, quarter and overtime, just killing us.
Yeah.
And what sucks is the guys really want to play for Billy. I mean,
that's what I'm interested to see how they come out next week, because I felt like they haven't quit on him, and that's why I've been giving him kudos. Of like, dude, I mean, everyone else quit on him. Like, it's not quiet.
They love him. They want to play for him, and his play calling is atrocious. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna get frustrating for him. Sure. There's Greg. Good to see Greg Whitlock, a Tennessee fan. But Trevor, I appreciate you calling in, man. And
yes,
you called in last time. You just moved to your place, or am I wrong on that?
No, the same spot.
Okay. You've called before though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you calling in, man.
For a while. Love your energy. Best person on YouTube.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. A lot of great talent, so I appreciate that, man. Trevor, you be good. Have a good night. Go Gators, and we'll see you this week. We'll see you tomorrow. See you Monday. See you, Bubba. I called Stephen Harris because I was freaking out in the middle of the game, man. That defense looked good, and he was fired up too. Joe M says, Sheldon, doesn't it come down to the throw when they load the box and running when they don't? I'm not sure what you're asking me.
Where the fuck is the right there?
Well, there we go. Okay. Welcome back, Trav.
Where it has it, by the way. We back. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
Closing thoughts, Trav.
Can we cuss on this show? Yeah, Nate? Can we cuss on the show?
Let's keep it clean. We got kids in the chat. Cody's in the chat.
Cody's in the chat. So I called Cody earlier, and I gave him my 2 cents about what should we actually hold on. I got a question for you. What should we talk about? Billy Napier, or the fact that we lost the game due to the fact of the inability to call proper plays? What should we talk about?
It's the same thing, isn't it? As Billy Napier and
No, because here's the thing. I have a bone pick. I have a bone pick. And it's not with you. It's not with either one of you. It's with Gator Nation. And here's the thing. As far as I'm concerned, I think I said this after the Missouri game, after we gave up the, 4th and 15 or whatever it was last year.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, as far as I'm concerned, I'm 24 now. I've been with the high top since 20. And we have been shit. Sorry, terrible. My whole entire comprehension of understanding what Gator football is, right? Yeah, sure. We won the national championship whenever I was 8 years old, whatever. Okay. But as far as I'm concerned, Gator Nation is part of the issue in the sense that, oh yeah, Billy Napier this, Billy Napier that. Granted, I understand that there was many times today where we should have gone up. Like I texted Cody, I said, bro, it should be 24, what was it, 24-7 or 21-7?
20
at halftime?
24/7. Yeah, we talked
Right.
about it.
Okay. At halftime. And like it was 3-0. But then I also called Cody. I said, listen, somebody's got to give our defense some flowers because, hey, this is Tennessee and it's 0 points. Right. So, like, then again, we weren't expected to win the game until the very end. And it's like, oh my gosh, like, oh, we wanted to win the game. Yeah, of course. But then again, it's like, hey, we play our asses off.
What's your like, what are you trying to say?
So I don't know if you know about Trump, but he does the weave. So I'm about to make the weave back.
Okay, I was like, you're recapping the hour and a half show here.
Yeah, well, the thing is I weave back to the fact that Gator Nation wants Billy gone, this, that, and the other. Hey, listen, if Billy gone, who's out there? Ain't nobody. Okay, you want Lane Kiffin. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Lane Kiffin was in the run with Billy Napier at the very beginning whenever Billy Napier was hired, right?
Yep.
So if Lane Kiffin was going to get hired at the same time that Billy Napier was getting hired, I mean, we would have had that opportunity, but they didn't go with the Lane Kiffin route. So, I mean, my idea is I don't think necessarily that we go against Billy Napier because I've been rocking with my guy the whole time. I understand a lot of people hate him, whatever, Harrison, Gator Nation, blah, 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 blah. They don't like Billy Napier. That's cool. If y'all are still in the chat, holler at me. We can talk about it. But at the end of the day, my idea is we got Billy Napier as our head coach. We got DJ Lagway as our quarterback. Okay, he's the quarterback because Graham Mertz is hurt. He's gone, right? So if you don't want to rock with Billy Napier, so be it, right? So we had the opportunity to get rid of Billy Napier probably after the Texas A&M game. He's still here. That's kind of where I'm at with it. As far as I'm concerned, we've been horrible.
Look,
We've had We've had one good season since I've been like able to comprehend good Gator football. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm 24. Like we've had 2019, 2020. We might have had one in 2015, 2016, something like that. And then I know Muschamp, we had good defense, whatever. We had good Driscoll was good, blah 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 blah. But
let me go real quick. I think there's I thought about it today. There's definitely a cross in generations, right? That's kind of where I think the turmoil comes because what you kind of stated of look, it's Florida football hasn't been the Florida football that we fantasize about, right? That 08 team. That's been a long time. We're coming up on 20 years.
I was 8 years old. Something.
Yeah.
I was born in 2000.
But before that, with the Spur area, right? that generation.
But that's my dad. I think if you go back to the Missouri, whenever we lost to Missouri, if you go look at that stream, I talked about my dad, and my aunt, she went to UF, and the entitlement associated with that, the Gator stigma, right?
But that's just college football in general. That's everything. It's just generations are different, and it's just a crossover. It's understanding and your expectation because it's look. When you hear we beat Auburn in basketball 2 years ago when they were number 2, and I remember we don't rush the court, we hold ourselves to a higher standard. And this generation is look, it's fun to rush the court. There's just you're always gonna have this battle. So I understand where you're coming from, and that's kind of where I try to take it to. But for me, for the Billy, and I understand again, I the other part of it is people don't have that.
Sheldon, I know you love Billy. I know you don't want Billy gone.
He's crushed me though. I mean, I can't he can't lie to you. He's crushed me.
We should have won the game for sure. We should have won the game.
And I put 100% on him. I think he doesn't do. I think it was Gator Nation.
I mean,
he doesn't do well with momentum.
We're up 10-0, right? And then we had the opportunity to go up. Yeah, like me and Cody talked about it. It should have been 21-0 or 21-7, something like that at halftime. And yeah, absolutely. Like you telling me that the offense is not going to show up? Do you give me hope for the rest of the year? Fuck no. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But it is what it is. I'm still gonna rock with Billy. I think he's a good dude, and I don't know who else is out there. You want to talk about Lane Kiffin, this, that, and the other, but as far as I'm concerned, Lane was in the running with Nate, and I understand the UAA was oh yeah, Nate from the very beginning, but Kiffin was also a name that was being thrown around during that same time, right? So I understand he only spent 1 year at Ole Miss, but we weren't ever going after Lane Kiffin, and I don't necessarily know. I understand something for you, it'd be good because that's the troll monster. But I don't know if that would necessarily be good for us Florida fans. Someone who is just totally emotionally connected.
Look, I think so. Here's where I push back a little bit. This is where pull again, like who knows best? I'm not gonna sit here and say I know the answer. That I know who's the right answer, who I want. I'd be lying to you if I
You
had
can't
if I
tell me
knew.
that Scott Strickland knows the answer either, though.
Look, I don't.
no tears, Austin.
Everything is a scratch off ticket to an extent. You're kind of just trying to hope to increase your odds. What I do is I respect Allie's opinion. I respect kind of the older Gators, and they're pretty high on lane. And look, I respect them because they've seen it. They've seen a lot more than we have. And so that's something that I've learned as I've gotten older is like, look, when I was your age, I kind of pushed back against the old heads a little bit of like, it's the new wave, it's the new age. And you kind of just learn is like, look, there's when you hear someone has wisdom, you can't get that without just experience and time. And I don't have it. I have a little bit more than most, and I have a lot less than others. Right. And so when I have people that are older than me that have seen more, that have experienced more, yes, sometimes their opinion may be outdated and a little bit old head in a sense, but again, they have more of a test subject to compare it to. So they're not just pulling it from their ass. So a lot of people are pointing to that. And that's kind of where I look to. Again, 30 years old, can I make a hire of a head coach right now? That's
You
fucking
ain't 30.
crazy. I am.
You 21 at heart.
you ain't lying. That's even more so. But Trav, I love you, baby. Let me wrap this thing up so I can get to bed. And,
I know it. I know it.
I'm gonna play a.
Dude, we could go all night.
Yeah, we can
I'm
rock and
telling
roll
you.
all day. But I appreciate it, big guy. I love you, man. I'll see you, Bubba.
I love you too. I'll see you, boys.
Later, buddy. Who are you yelling at? Why are you always yelling?
Not yelling.
You're yelling. Ryan says I don't know crap. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't. Ryan, you can call in.
I don't really care.
Stop it, Ryan. You can again, like this is the thing is like everyone has an opinion. Like this is where I honestly what makes this not fun is that everybody has their own opinion and thought of this. Nobody's wrong in how they feel. Like, do some people overreact? Do some people, yeah, like we're human beings. We're emotional. We're going to have bad takes. We're going to have good takes. It's okay to be wrong. Like that, I think that's where I get irritated. It's like, Cody, you've had bad takes. You've had great takes. Like that just is what it is. When you have bad takes, I make sure you reminded of it.
I say go for two before anybody.
I play highlight clip. Listen, I was sitting right here with Tommy, my buddy Tommy, and he was screaming go for two. And he asked me, and I go, look, analytics, all these things tell you to go for two because you do not want to go into overtime on the road in a hostile environment. Analytics show that whatever the number percentage is, you do not win this game. I said not to go for two because of how the game has ran up until this point. You haven't given me the confidence that you could call a good enough play to get it done. I like the fact of what he did and make him call a timeout. I think that was some cahootas on him. But
go for two.
Look,
you're up against the wall. You're fighting for your life.
Look, I don't disagree
Put
with
your
you.
nuts out there.
With you.
Go for two. Dial up. Have Callaway dial up the best play you can do. Have a tight end leaking out or something.
But Cody, the flip side of this, what you don't get is if he doesn't get it, then
it doesn't matter. We're still a loss. We lost tonight. I'd rather him go for two and put it all on the line.
We're seeing that after the fact. It's much easier to say it
before the fact.
After the fact, but look, I could not give you an answer.
You would be happier if he went for two and lost it, on a broken DB smacks the ball down or something, because you would say, you know what? He went for two. He tried to win the game. He's not dragging it out into overtime in a hostile environment. He showed his nuts. He said, you know what? Scared money doesn't make money.
If you told me that either way we were going to lose, I would have taken overtime.
I'd taken the two. Go for the jugular.
That's just again.
Go for the killer instinct. A guy that has no killer instinct, like we have said over and over, go for the two.
Look, I mean, it's preference. There's no right or wrong answer here. Again,
we still lost.
For me, if we would have got the QB sneak with Mertz when he fumbled it, if we get 4th and inches, I'm like, hey, we've been getting the 3 yards all day long.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs though. It's the player. Listen, at the end of the day, there's losses and wins. I told my son this. So my son lost a bad game about a week and a half ago, and it was on the coaches. They didn't have him on defensive line. They played him in a position he never played before. They should have won that game. I said, Mylan, I know you're upset. You hate to lose. But there are 3 types of losses. There's the losses that you get routed, and you are totally inept and over talented. There are losses that are coaches' losses because they put players in the wrong position to make plays, and there are player losses. This week is not a player loss. It's a coaching loss with you. Today, I believe, was a player loss. You can't drop the ball on the 1 yard line. You can't throw INTs. You can't.
You already
do
did
that
this.
stuff.
You already did this.
I'm just
You're
saying.
trying to rally. I disagree.
You can disagree. It is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think. Look, I think the fumbles, that was obviously, again, but the play call put him into that position.
Tight.
I mean, he was high and tight. He's been trying to make an extension of a play. I feel like that's just kind of one of those situations where he tries to extend the play. He's holding it tight. The guy makes a good play. Like, that's just good football. Like, that's not on the players. That's crazy to me.
You go for 2 at the end to win.
I think the play calling is atrocious. You literally have Montreal running down everybody's throat up into that. Just give him the ball again. Don't put Mertz into that position. Like, that's just dumb to me. That's why I don't agree with it being on the players. But I'm not trying to get a pissing contest. Let's play this thing.
Okay. I think the first thing would be, I mean, look, I have a ton of respect for the young men in that locker room and the way they competed in the game. They were prepared and in the right frame of mind and attacked it. I do think that played extremely hard, played with passion. All 3 parts of our team. Certainly the tail of the tape is the missed opportunities in the first half on offense. We had many opportunities to score points and left a ton of points out there. A couple short yardage situations, and then obviously the sneak fumble on the 1 yard line. But defensively, man, I have to say our guys kept us in the game. Thought we had a great plan. We played with really good. We kept the routes in front of us. We played really good on the perimeter. I thought we did a nice job creating some negative plays, and then obviously did a good job on conversion downs and able to affect the quarterback. What a game. Obviously had a few injuries there, and certainly Graham getting banged up was a big part of the game, and then DJ obviously rose to the occasion and got us back in it there with the big throw at the end to tie it up. So, I just think we left a lot of opportunities on the field in the first half in terms of points. And ultimately, this was this is one of those games where the margin was really small. But I think our staff had the team ready to play. I thought we had good plans. I think that I think our kids fought their tail off. I have a ton of respect for that. We made some plays in the kicking game. Obviously had the miscue right before half. And there's no question that we had a substitution issue there. But, I mean, we would not be in the game without the special teams performance. Those punt returns were critical. And certainly I thought we had control of the field position throughout. What questions do we have?
You showed 2, and then you decided to go for 1 again. What went into your thinking there in that decision?
Well, we had to play that we felt good about, and then obviously they burned their time out. And I think we felt from the 3 there, we were playing pretty good on both sides of our team at that point in time. So
Agreed.
We felt like let's go play overtime.
Nope, go for 2. Go for the jugular.
Let's go give our guys a chance to play some more plays. Thought defensively, we kept ourselves in it. Wasn't quite ready to do that at that point in time.
The scramble situation at the end of the first half. Obviously, Graham gets sacked, so that puts you guys in a little bit of a bind. But to have 12 men on the field in that situation, just how frustrating was it? Was it a breakdown the sideline and communication and coaching, or what went into that play?
No, it was relative to an injury, just to be cut and dry. It's a substitution error based off an injured player that stayed on the field. That's exactly what it was.
You thought he was injured and he was
the injured player, the player that had been substituted on that unit did not come off. He stayed on.
Right.
If you're allowed to say who was the injured player in question.
No, it's not about that. It was a substitution error.
How is Graham and Howard Moncho? I know it's maybe too soon to know, but just how is he just from a spirits perspective having to watch that game and his frustration?
Yeah. No, I mean, I think it's tough. Obviously, Graham played phenomenal in the game, in my opinion. I mean, I thought he was lights out and really prepared well and came to play. And he does have an injury, lower body injury. Obviously, we'll give you some updates on that once we get to next week. But it was significant enough that he couldn't complete the game. I think that Montrell Johnson was in that category as well, wasn't able to return. And then R.J. Moten had an injury. That was a little bit of a setback.
You said earlier this week that you thought this team was really close to being good. After seeing this performance, how they played in all three levels, do you feel a little bit more in that belief despite the mistakes? Maybe it sounds a little counterintuitive, but do you feel like this team is still taking those steps forward after this game?
Yeah, no, I would think the defensive performance and then just our ability to move the ball throughout. We had opportunities in the red area. I mean, I think we're 3 of 6 in terms of scoring opportunities. And ultimately, that was the tail of the tape. Fumble on the 1 yard line, third and 1, we get stopped, forced to kick a field goal. We go for it on 4th and 1. Great play by their corner running over the top. A great tackle. And then we missed the field goal in overtime. So, I think ultimately, technically speaking, just a ton of missed opportunities in terms of points in the first half.
What stuck out to you defensively, and what was a pretty solid overall defensive performance for you guys tonight? What stood out to you?
Well, we played with good gap integrity. I mean, I thought the line of scrimmage on the edges, we tackled well. We mixed in the pressures. We were able to create some negative plays, made some long yardage situations, and then ultimately we got off the field. We were pretty good on conversion downs throughout the day. So, defensively, we kept ourselves in the game. We had a chance to really take control of the game in the first half, and we missed on those opportunities.
What were you seeing from Jaden Boggs tonight? Obviously, Montreal had to step out early because of the injury, and running back room was already banged up. How do you feel about him just stepping up into that lead back role as the game went on?
I know those guys are all capable players. Jaden, Jacoby, both are rookies, right? But I do think that they're both very capable. Certainly, Jaden has already done some good things this year, and we have a ton of confidence in both players. They practice the right way. They have character. They're smart. They're tough, and they're productive, right? So we're going to continue to get those guys the ball.
Given the missed opportunities, and you were in the locker room for a while, I mean, how would you describe just kind of the mood of the players and how you kind of press forward through this kind of game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the hardest part about it. I mean, I think, they played their tails off. I mean, I think I had a front row seat to it. I think they played extremely hard in the game. There's no guarantee, no guarantees in this game. You have to put yourself out there with no guaranteed reward. It takes courage to do that. And I think ultimately, there's an opportunity here for our team. I just really believe there's something good on the other side of this. And I do think that it's a challenge, and I think that ultimately we're all going to be tested. We're all going to be challenged this game. It's going to be that way. If you're a competitor, you play this game, you're always going to be challenged. You're always going to be tested. There's always going to be scenarios where you don't get the results you want. And do you have the discipline to reset, do it again? Or will you get distracted? Will you compromise your character? I mean, and I don't think we have that issue. I think we got a bunch of guys that care about each other, that played their tails off, that prepared the right way and competed. I think we just came up a handful of plays short, and that's where, as a coach, it's a punch in the gut, relative to, you just want to do everything you can do to help the players.
Coach, you've talked about the competitive elements about your practice during the bye week, and you said that you would continue to do that. Will injuries play into that, and you'll kind of have to back off some of that seem to help your club, or is that something you want to continue with, kind of those competitive elements as you prepare week to week?
No, we will continue to operate. It's working. That's what I would tell you. And I think our kids have bought into it, and it's helped our level of play, in all parts of our team.
What do you think it says about the team, in spite of all the injuries and all the late minutes of the game? What do you think it says about the young guys on this team and just the overall culture that?
Play football next week at this time.
It's a pretty adverse situation for DJ.
And I think he obviously environment and to step up in a big time. He's had an opportunity. DJ Lagway.
The jet sweep play with Wilson that got stopped on the foot down play. A lot of people fourth inches, maybe you let someone up under center there.
It was open.
What did you see defensively that decided to make you go shotgun there?
No, we got them all blocked. I think the guy that had Trey man-to-man ran over the top of the play and made a heck of a play. We blocked the perimeter really well. DJ made.
I agree with that. I mean, guy made a hell of a play.
Yeah, it was a hell of a play. And it was open drive after drive after drive.
Yeah, for sure. Guy made a good play. They're ready for it, as they should be. But I'm going to wrap it up, boys. We'll have our show tomorrow. Tough. We'll keep it open, as always. Big sack there by Kansas State. We'll see how it plays out, though. Appreciate everyone who called in, as always. Good seeing you guys. Sucks, man. I feel like we were, just a sip away from having a different call-in show. But that's all she wrote. Smash the like button, boys. We'll see you tomorrow. Love you.
See you later.